A vast nebula glows an eerie golden light. Floating dead within it is a monstrous, unknown megastructure. Shattered rings, hollow towers, and fragments of ancient engines the size of continents. A slow, ominous vibration echoes. Suddenly, a faint crystalline pulse flashes across the nebula. Title card: The Last Progenitor. Earth is peaceful, rebuilt after centuries of conflict. Hover trains slice through floating cities. Alien races walk beside humans. Commander Lira Voss, calm but fiercely intelligent, reviews planetary defense reports. Beside her, Aric Hale, quiet, analytical, enhanced with neural tech, monitors long-range data streams. Suddenly, a low harmonic shockwave passes through the entire building. Lights flicker. Monitors jump to static. Sensors scream. Aric. Lira, that wasn't a glitch. Lira. Origin. Aric. Deep space. Unknown sector. And whatever it wasn't man-made. A strange signal begins repeating through every channel. A pulse. A code. A whisper. Cathar returns. Lira and Aric exchange a look of fear and confusion. Lira and Aric descend into a sealed chamber known only to High Command. Inside, relics from pre-human civilizations. Old star maps. Cracked monoliths. Fragments with inscriptions older than Earth itself. A hologram activates. Dr. Essien Chorus, chief xenohistorian. Sin Chorus. That phrase, Cathar, it should not exist. It belongs to a species older than all recorded life. Lira. The progenitors? Sian. Shaken. Yes. The beings who created the first supercivilizations. Before vanishing completely. Aric steps forward, analyzing the relics. Aric. This signal, it's not a distress call. It's a location. Lira's face hardens with determination. Lira. Prepare the fleet. We go. Gigantic carriers, dreadnoughts, and quantum-fold ships rise from Earth and its orbital docks. Thousands of pilots, soldiers, and researchers ready themselves. This is not a war mission. It's a cosmic investigation. In the hangar, Aric calibrates his neural gear while Lira oversees troop deployment. Aric. If this is truly Progenitor, we're approaching a civilization that shaped galaxies. Lira. And we're walking straight into it. A massive ring-shaped wormhole generator glows with blue-white energy. The Ascension fleet positions itself before it. Command AI. Trajectory locked. Destination, unknown sector. Signal origin confirmed. Lira gives the order. Lira. Ascension fleet. Jump. The gate erupts with light. Ships launch into the wormhole. Energy streaking around them like stars collapsing in reverse. The fleet exits the wormhole. And gasps fill every comm channel. Before them stretches a breathtaking, horrifying expanse. Millions of dead megastructures. Broken celestial rings. Ruined Dyson swarms. Planets carved open like fruit. Aric whispers. This isn't a battlefield. It's a tomb. The signal pulses again, stronger, faster. Lira narrows her eyes. Lira. Something is still alive here. A colossal shape moves in the distance. Slow, deliberate, ancient. A progenitor sentinel awakens. A being of light, metal, and cosmic energy. Its voice vibrates through every ship, every mind. You were not the ones we left behind. Fear. Aric. They're talking to us. Lira. No, they're judging us. The sentinel raises its arm. A beam charges. The fleet braces. Just before it fires, a second voice cuts through space. Stop. A portal opens. A humanoid figure floats through. Tall. Armored. Glowing with fractal light. A living remnant of the progenitors. The last progenitor. He looks down upon humanity and speaks. We do not destroy those who seek the truth. But your arrival means the cycle is ending. Lira steps forward. Lira. What cycle? He turns his burning gaze toward her. The cycle of extinction. Starship Dawn Reacher, briefing chamber. The room glows with pale holographic projections of the solar system. Everyone is shaken after the discovery in Act 1, that a progenitor, the first architect of human evolution, might still be alive. Lira stands at the center, composed but restless. Aric, with his hybrid neural augmentations, analyzes thousands of probability branches at once. Admiral Trevane. We trace the progenitor signal. It's coming from inside Jupiter's great red storm. Gasp. Aric. That storm is ancient, older than recorded history. Lira. Or older than humanity itself. They prepare for a descent mission, knowing it may be a trap, a test, or a final warning. Clouds swirl violently. Lightning arcs like spears of plasma. The Dawn Reacher breaks through the outer layer, shaking violently. Inside the storm, a gigantic metallic structure appears. Impossible, alien, yet strangely familiar. Aric whispering. This is Progenitor tech. The crew descends toward an enormous floating citadel, wrapped in red lightning. A massive humanoid form stands in stasis. Ancient. Perfect. Radiating power. The chamber lights flicker. A voice echoes, not through speakers but inside every mind. Progenitor. Descendants, you have come too soon. Lira steps forward, trembling but resolute. Lira. You created us. You shaped our evolution. Why return now? The Progenitor opens glowing eyes. Progenitor. Because humanity stands at the edge of extinction. Not by an enemy, but by itself. The room trembles. Aric. You mean the temporal fractures? Progenitor. You have seen their shadows. A future humanity broken, twisted, cannibalizing timelines. A slow, horrible realization dawns. Lira. The future humans, the fleet from the sky. Progenitor. We're only scouts. The Progenitor raises an arm. Holographic visions explode in the air. Earth burning in multiple timelines. Mars fractured into dust. Moons turned into weapons. A future humanity so evolved, they have become alien to themselves. Progenitor. Your descendants lost their purpose. They worship only survival. They will erase entire timelines to ensure their own. Aric. And we must stop them? Progenitor. No. You must surpass them. A wave of energy surges outward. Lira collapses, clutching her head as images flood in. Blueprints, evolutionary pathways, hidden potentials. Alarms blare. Admiral Trevane. Multiple signatures, future fleets inbound. Outside the storm, 3 massive future dreadnoughts pierce through the clouds, firing temporal beams. The citadel trembles. Lira. They found us. Progenitor calmly. Then rise, descendants. Show me how far you have come. He lifts his hand. A shockwave bursts outward, granting Lira and Aric temporary access to their unlocked potential. Lira's reflexes heighten. Aric's neural predictions expand exponentially. The Dawn Reacher launches fighters. Red lightning mixes with weapons fire in a surreal ballet of destruction. Lira pilots her fighter with impossible precision, weaving between temporal distortions. Lira. You want unpredictability? Watch this. She slams into a spiral of lightning, letting it boost her ship toward an enemy dreadnought. Nearby, Aric interfaces directly with the ship's quantum engines. Aric. I can see every future branch, and choose the one where we win. His ship vanishes into micro-wormholes, reappearing behind enemies, firing before they detect him. The Progenitor watches, expression unreadable. The future dreadnoughts coordinate into a terrible formation. Aric. They're charging a timeline erasure pulse. If fired, Jupiter, and the Citadel, will be wiped from existence. The Progenitor spreads his arms. Progenitor. I will hold the storm. You must destroy the core ship. Thunder cracks. The storm walls solidify, trapping the enemy temporarily. Lira. Aric, on me. Together they dive toward the main dreadnought. Weapons fire scorches their hulls. Temporal distortions tear pieces of space apart. They race inside the firing radius. Aric. If we miss this shot, we disappear. Lira steady. Then we don't miss. They unleash everything, torpedoes, energy blasts, quantum charges. The dreadnought explodes in a blinding surge. The other 2 flee into temporal rifts. The storm begins collapsing. Progenitor. You have proven worthy, but this is only the beginning. Cracks of temporal lightning crawl across his body. Progenitor. I will enter stasis once more. Last orbital alliance. Lira steps forward. Lira. Where? What is it? His final words echo as the citadel crumbles. Progenitor. Every timeline has one moment. When humanity unites. Find yours. Before it is erased. The chamber collapses. Aric grabs Lira and they escape as the citadel vanishes into the storm. They emerge from Jupiter's atmosphere, shaken, wounded, changed. Earth receives their transmission. Admiral Trevane, grim. The future fleet is massing. They're preparing for total timeline conquest. Lira looks at Aric. Both know. The next battle won't be against ships. It will be against destiny itself. The remnants of Earth's governments gather inside the Vesper Ring, a half-broken orbital station circling Earth. The atmosphere is tense. Lira stands before the Council. If the Dominion launches their wormfire cannon, Earth will collapse into a singularity in minutes. The Council refuses to cooperate with other worlds. Suspicion. Fear. Politics. Aric slams his hand on the table. We don't have nations anymore. We have one planet, on the edge of extinction. For the first time the Council listens. Elindra collapses, her veins glowing white. Aric rushes to her. She whispers, "The progenitors didn't die. They transcended. They left the seed mine behind, to judge which species deserves to rise next." Lira tenses. "So Earth is being tested?" Elindra nods weakly. "No. Chosen. But the Dominion wants that power for themselves." Aric realizes the truth. If the seed mine chooses the Dominion, every other species will be erased. Inside the battered hangar, Lira watches engineers struggle to piece together the last remaining dreadnoughts. Aric joins her. "Aric, even if we combine every ship left, we can't win a direct war." "Lira, we're not fighting to win a war. We're fighting to buy time for you and Elindra to reach the seed mine core." Lira chooses the unthinkable. A last orbital stand. A defense of Earth that will almost certainly kill her. Aric's voice cracks. "Lira, you don't have to die for this." She smiles softly for the first time in the entire film. "I'm not dying. I'm leading." Every screen on the Vesper ring lights up with incoming transmissions. Something impossible is happening. Hundreds of fleets from different species that hated each other, fought each other, distrusted each other, are suddenly arriving in orbit. The Aurelian photonic ships, the Kelran bioships, the Tarkhan iron leviathans, the Solari shard drives, all orbiting Earth in a spiraling formation. Aric whispers, "They came for us?" Elindra steps forward, glowing. "No. They came for the future." Lira opens a channel to all fleets. Her voice echoes across every ship. "Today we stand not as worlds, but as one line between existence and oblivion. This is the last orbital alliance. Hold the line. Every second counts." Across the galaxy, warriors raise their weapons. The alliance is real. The first in 12,000 years. The Obsidian Dominion Armada emerges from a ruptured wormhole. A wall of black iron, covered in red sigils, begins firing void lances that tear open the fabric of space itself. Entire Allied cruisers vanish into nothing. Lira commands, "Front line, staggered formation. Keep them off the seed mine gate." The battle becomes apocalyptic. Planet-sized dreadnoughts explode in blinding light. Kelran bioships latch onto Dominion destroyers, ripping hulls open. Aurelian photonic beams slice through the darkness. Tarkhan iron leviathans ram into supercarriers. The alliance begins to crumble. But they do not break. While Lira holds the line, Aric and Elindra board a covert shuttle and plunge toward the gigantic progenitor monolith orbiting Saturn, the seed mine core. Inside, the architecture shifts like liquid stone. Whispers echo in Aric's mind. "Biologist. Seeker. Carrier of lost potential." Elindra presses her hand to a glowing wall. "The seed mind is asking us to choose. To decide what humanity becomes." Aric. "What if we choose wrong?" Elindra. "Then the Dominion takes everything." The seed mind awakens. A colossal geometric being of silver light, filling the chamber. "Seed mind, two futures stand before your species. One rises. One falls. Choose the path of your kind." The last orbital alliance is down to fewer than 20% strength. Lira stands on the command bridge, bleeding, armor cracked, sparks falling around her. Her crew looks to her with fear. She grips the railing and roars. "If we do not hold, nothing survives. Push forward." Her single declaration reignites the alliance. Kelran bioships begin self-sacrifice charges. Tarkhan leviathans dive into enemy beams. Aurelian ships link together, creating a massive solar shield. The line holds. Barely. Back inside the seed mine core. The Dominion's leader, Rovan Keth, breaches the chamber with elite guards. He screams. "The seed mine belongs to the strong." He lunges, but Elindra shields Aric with her own body. Aric grabs the seed mine interface. Visions explode across the screen. A future without Earth. A future of domination. A future of alliance. A future of extinction. A future where humanity becomes something new. Aric understands. The test isn't about power. It's about empathy, unity, vision, and sacrifice. He makes his choice. Everything stops. The battle. The void. Even time. The seed mind speaks. Humanity has chosen evolution through unity. You shall rise, together. A shock wave of silver light pulses across the solar system. Dominion ships disintegrate. Alliance fleets are healed, repaired, rebuilt in seconds. Lira watches as the seed mind's energy restores her dreadnought. She whispers, "Aric, you did it." Back aboard the Vesper ring. Aric steps toward Lira, exhausted but alive. She smiles softly. "You saved us all." "Aric." "No, we saved us. Everyone did." Elindra stands behind them, her body glowing brighter than ever. "Elindra, the seed mind has given humanity a new path. A future where we stand not alone, but leading the stars." Lira looks out the window as thousands of Alliance ships drift peacefully in Earth orbit. "Then we begin again." Fade out.